we won't have to cry no more. And we won't have to cry no more.
Ooh. Okay. That was nice right there. That sounded like a little something.
This is Black Ice TV once again. Hold on. Peace, 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 family. This is Mr. Riggs, Terry Riggs in the house. This is Black Ice TV7, and I'm with my co-host, Brother Rich.
Wagwan, people. Big up to the family joining us again. We're back. We're trying to bring back the regular broadcasting. I'm very happy today to have my friend, the man himself, Minister Enqi, to talk about chakras, vaccines, all sorts of bits and bobs. Our health and wealth. How you doing, my brother, for 2021?
Doing good. I'm doing good. There we go. Now if we could get Mr. Riggs on.
Riggs is recouping.
We're doing a fundraiser.
Okay.
Whoever donates can see my face. But you know what it is? It's today. Sorry, people, for today.
No, I'm on donate now. Hurry up and donate now. Get somebody in here real quick now. Make it
That's so.
Get him now. He said he put a price tag on it. Shit. And it's low. Somebody, $2, anything, $5. Let's go.
But yeah, sorry for the delay. That we were supposed to be at 9 o'clock, but we're now on, and we now have got the minister in the house, and you know we're gonna have a whole deep leap of discussions that we're gonna discuss today. As you know, I love that hat, Minister Enqi. You know you got to send me one. Always shining and looking bright. You know, your health is your wealth, as they always say. So, in before we start to push things forward, Brother Rich, let's go.
What's good? What's good, people? Yes, Enqi in the house. Been very active of lately, doing your thing. So, I mean, first of all, let's start off with the 40-day fruit fast. I see you doing that yesterday with your man Marv. Big up to Marv. You get me, holding up the Enqi brand. Talk about that. Tell the people a bit about that, what that's involved. I see you kicking it off. And then we'll go into what you've been doing of lately and what you've been talking about as far as chakras and the other stuff.
Right. So most people know me for the 40-day fast. Something we've been doing for a long time. We've had over 100,000 people participate, and that was I want to say like 2 years ago we reached that number in terms of participation. And I stopped counting. 100,000 people seemed like I would never get that many people to do anything that I was saying to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? So at 100,000 people doing the 40-day fruit fast, I stopped counting. You know what I mean? But people do it now all year round because I put it in the books and things like that. So people do it in schools, people do it in their job. Some people have stole it and tried to rebrand it as theirs. You know, one of the things that happened. Okay, so let me rewind it back, and then I'll give you the current 40-day story because it'll make more sense. Let me just do a little bit of history.
No doubt.
2019, I'm juiced up on my own products, right? So I'm juiced up. Okay, so that's a problem because I'm taking all my shit, and my shit is playing tricks in my mind, right? It's making me believe that I'm invincible. So 2019, I'm in 3 different jiu-jitsu programs. I'm taking the Gracie program, Probably like 2-3 days, maybe 4 days a week, depending on the weeks. Actually, sometimes it was a little bit more. But anyway, then I was doing something else, and then I was doing like another class, just to roll. And then my main class was always Ryu, another form, a more ancient form of jujitsu. Anyway, so I'm doing all three of these joints at the same time, and eventually, that combined with playing basketball and going to the gym leads to nothing. Nothing happened. But no. I did want eventually tear my ACL and my knee, but it wasn't due to any of that. I think it was. I think all of that wore me down. And then the first bit of ice, 2019, I slipped on some black ice walking down the steps on the way to go to the movies. Bam. So now I'm in the crib. The reason why that's a part of the story is because everything that happens is going to be a part of it coming from this messing up my knee. So now I'm in the house. It's like late September, early October. I'm in the bed. I ain't moving around. I'm just eating and getting fat. So by the time the pandemic epidemic hits, I'm fat. People could look at my video, the first video I did for the album. And if you guys aren't aware, I dropped the album last year, Sound Becomes Light, by Dr. Enqi, of course, like everybody else says. It's on all platforms, right? So
we're
on all platforms. So anyway, if you go watch the video, Rabbit Got the Gun, right? I'm like 250 pounds, maybe a little bit more in that video. So you can see me like looking super crazy. You know what I mean? So a combination of needing to lose that weight and rehabbing got me into a calisthenics program started by one of the guys from my old neighborhood. I didn't know at the time that he was the foremost authority in terms of like the national and international academies of sports medicine, et cetera, in terms of calisthenics. So I went through his program just to rehab. I didn't know that there was like a whole certification process, and I didn't know how deep it was. It was just something for me to rehab. Anyway, I'm going through this process as I'm dealing with the epidemic and helping people, and we putting up coronavirus testimonies on my, so this Dr. Enqi testimonies for like, we zero games with it. You know what I'm saying? So people talking, we just healing. That's all we're doing. You know what I'm saying? But at the same process, me trying to heal everybody else, I'm also trying to heal me. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I lost 60 pounds last year. So people watched me go from 247 to 217 to 187. You know what I mean? A part of that, people were saying, why are you not focusing more on the epidemic, whatever? Tried to ask people, like, I'm the only person really staying tuned to the script when it comes to this. Like, I think I'm the only person focused on this. They're like, huh? What do you mean by that? I said, do you know what quarantine originally refers to? Quarantine originally refers back to the original 40-day fast that they were prescribing people when the flu first hit back 100 years ago, 200 years ago, I think it was, when they first started the quarantine. Quarantine literally means 40 days when you stay in the house. So the quarantine is a 40-day process. So in my mind, I'm like, hold on, y'all must not understand what quarantine. See, people don't even know what quarantine means. You look up quarantine is a 40-day. So in my mind, I'm like, hold on, I'm the only nigga doing the what are you talking about? This is the way you do this. Okay, you go in the house. We got the whole workout program for you now. We're gonna make sure we activate we're gonna make sure you get the herbs, the diet, and nutrition. No, this is totally complete. We got the whole program. This is the diet, the exercise, the water, everything specific. We even got the food app. Let me show you something. Let me share my screen with you real quick. Let me show you.
Is this something that works in conjunction? Yeah, this is your own app.
Yeah. Well, this is one of my apps. I have two apps.
Okay.
Now, hold on. Let me show you this. There you go. Bang. Look what it is.
I can't see your screen there.
I know, I
Doesn't
got
come up. There you go.
All right. So here's my social media app. So when I got kicked off of Facebook 2 years ago, I eventually just started my own whole Facebook. So people can join the Prism network and, you know, stay in tune and the whole vibe. So this is my app right here. Very similar to your Facebook, but not. I'm Mark Zuckerberg over here. So we're not, you know, we're not dealing with the censorship or none of the other crazy shit. And so this is just scrolling down my timeline inside of my social media app. Now,
How long you had this app running?
oh, since last year, summertime.
Okay, all right.
It's inside the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store.
Android and Apple, yeah.
Yeah. Nah, it's, you know, come on, man. You know how I fuck around. Come on. So anyway, that's not the main thing, though. I was just showing that's if you become a subscriber to that, to that, then you get this one free. But this one is not on the Apple App Store or Google. This is exclusively. We send this to you after you become a member on the other site. So this is like a companion to my book, Eat Right for Your Haplotype. So this is the Eat Right app. And so basically what we do with this is we're able to fine tune your nutrition. Now, this is a little snack that I made earlier, but I'll go back to yesterday real quick because we did no, that was another video. I do little recipes on the videos. Here's a full day report card right here. I did with one of the sisters that's on the program. Right, we were just going through a whole day's worth of nutrition. So basically, what happens is this with the app: as you're eating, you're putting in the food. As you put in your food, you get your grades change on your report card. So when you get a new report card, your new report card looks like this. Right? So you say, all right, what I'm gonna have for breakfast? I'm gonna have some watermelon. You're having watermelon, whatever. Bang. So you're gonna have a cup of diced watermelon, right? As soon as you put that on there, now some of your grades change because you got some nutrition in there. What else? Let's have, I don't know, let's throw some hemp milk in, right? So now you can't notice it because it still say all F's, but if we go into each individual one, you'll see that you're starting to build up your daily nutrition. And it lets you know exactly how much of what you got in. So far, we still selenium deficient. But we're working on that phosphorus, though, right? We're working on that zinc a little bit, right? So you know exactly how much you're getting from what you ate. So that way, every single day, you hit your full program and just keep on adding. Now, as you're going through, when you look, now this B is for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack. These are my favorites. You could program yours to whatever you, once you get the app, you could delete these favorites, put your own favorites in there. But these are all of this is a fully vegan Dr. Enqi list. You could do your own thing. You can add meat if you eat meat or whatever. This has every food on earth is in the app. You know what I'm saying?
It's fully customization.
Right. And you can make custom foods if you want to make some of your own, whatever. You could just do it. It's crazy. We don't even have time to go into the whole shit. But I'm just showing you the basics, a little few of the basics.
So what? And any food that you're putting in is calculating the nutritional value, yeah?
Correct. And it's giving you hints as to what you should add when you look over there, because it's telling you what it's rich in that you're missing. So because we don't have a lot of iron, you see the first suggestion is chickpea soup with iron and copper, right? So let's just go along with the chickpea soup. Bang. Let's get that in there, right? Let's get that in there. And let's do like let's do a green juice. See, don't have no green juices in here. I don't have a smoothie in here. Oh, there we go. Right. Right. And then you see, as we start to add more things, your report cards start to light up. So now we look at the B12, right? Between the green juice and the hemp milk, we moving. Right? We still, but this is still early. It's still breakfast, you see. And so as you move through your day, the report card fills out. So this is just one of the apps. Like I said,
So when people join up with you, do you make suggestions as to what they should eat, or do you leave that entirely to the person?
Well, no. The suggestion is the whole list is right there. Bang.
Okay.
And then another space on there, right? When you sign up for the app, the first thing it gives you is you put your name and all that in there, but then you also have the option to put your weight in, your height in, your BMI, BMR, all of those things, your target goal, et cetera, et cetera. So the app will actually calculate the right amount of calories that you need to eat every day and base your whole nutritional plan around your goal. So if you like, yo, I want to gain 20 pounds, it's going to put you on the right track to gain 20 pounds in X amount of days. And it has a tracking for that. You know, it'll track how you work out, how much you study, like all kind of shit you could, you know what I mean? It's thorough, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, so we have a lot of tools that we use to make sure that people's 40 days is very, very productive. You know what I'm saying? Like people are hitting their goals, and I lost 60 pounds right in front of like, let me show you this. Let me pull up this. Hold on, let me see.
I remember you was looking kind of round.
Yeah. Oh shit. It's coming at me. So good. Come at me. All right. Yeah, I thought I had a picture of me. Yeah, I think I had a picture of me.
You know what? I kind of like was trying to leave some of the COVID stuff out, but you kind of made a good point where you were saying that the 40 days directly relates to quarantine. I think after you finish talking about your journey, we need to kind of go back to that and talk about the importance of food in as far as medicine. I think I need you to touch on that, because that's what the people really want to hear. That's what they've been waiting to hear you come on and kind of refer to, because I don't think people are getting that. Obviously, you know, right now it's vaccine talk, it's medication talk all the way to the bank. Show
hit the share
screen
button.
share.
You know what I'm saying?
Is it nice? I'm coming up here.
All right, hold on. Let me do it again.
Terry, can you see it? Is it coming up for you?
Yeah.
God. Yeah. Yeah, we can see the difference.
Yeah. So I was asking folks, like, what were you doing while I lost 60 pounds last year? You know what I'm saying? What were you doing while I lost 60 pounds last year? And what will you be doing while we continue our progress? You know what I'm saying? Because that's a work in progress. And it's a bunch of people the same way. You know what I'm saying? And I got some people now that's doing 500 push-ups a day type shit. Like literally, that was, their body was falling apart from diabetes or cancer, or like this is some whole crazy Superman crazy shit we on right now, because it's a different vibe. You know what I'm saying? Sabi obviously was, you know, on it with the science in terms of the food and the herbs, but being able to bring in a precise exercise regimen to fine tune those things, it just, because that plays a key role in everything. Our body was designed around movement. Nutrition is only there to power and you know, facilitate the movement. The movement is first. Without movement, everything else is stagnant. And a lot of times you got different people, they may try different healing modalities. You know what I'm saying? Where this person is like, oh yeah, well, you know, I use such and such herbs, and I use this guy herbs and that guy herbs. And, you know, maybe you don't have as much of success as you want. Maybe it's because of the other things going on in your life besides the herbs, right? Because we never talk about those things. It's just, oh yeah, I use those, they work for me. Oh yeah, I use those, they didn't work for me. Well, maybe the people that it worked for them, maybe those people had a little bit more active lifestyle. Maybe them people drank a little bit more water, a little bit more active microbiome. Like there's certain things that we no longer leave up to happenstance. Meaning, if there's a situation where you just flipping niggas some fucking food list, or you just telling them, hey, go get the detox, like that's not really that complete of a fucking, you know, program. Like,
yeah, it's not precise enough.
Right. Even if you breaking down, oh yeah, I eat this food and this food has this mineral in it. What the hell what does that mean? If iron is in kale, for instance, what does that mean? Like realist, what does that mean that I know that iron or magnesium, shit's green, so it got to be some magnesium in there. How much magnesium is in there? If I eat a salad, how much magnesium did I get yesterday? How much magnesium did I need yesterday?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So your ass don't know. You just know you had a fucking salad. Like you don't know how, I had a green juice yesterday. And so what? How much of what was in that green juice? How much iron did you get? How much vitamin C did you get? How much vitamin K did you get? Where you at today? What you looking like?
And the importance of water. Speak to that as well, because we take that underrated, and I know Sabi kind of spoke to that even more.
Yeah,
the herbs, but if you don't have good drinking regimes,
the app has multiple places for you to track your water.
Okay, and what kind of water are we talking?
Any type of water that you drink, and you set your goal. So the app is your assistant. This is Dr. Enqi in your pocket. So it's not about you know, like telling people to drink the most whatever water and they got to spend $8 a gallon to get this. You know what I mean? Like, no, it's you do the best you can do. Obviously, they're gonna provide you with all the information, but whatever you drink is there, and you can program it in as you're drinking it, and you can set your goal. Like if your goal is a half a gallon a day, plug that in. Every time you have your drinks, it's going to keep track of it and let you know where you at. And then it'll sum it up for you where you can go back through the weeks and see what you did yesterday, what you did last week, what you did last month. So you could really keep track of your shit. Like niggas think they scientists with this shit. They not scientists with this shit unless they fucking with us. Nobody is food scientists nowhere unless they fucking with us. Period.
So in relation to this COVID thing now, when you're talking about this lifestyle, is it a little bit too late? Is it actually an effective thing that you can do
right now? Yeah. Absolutely. Hell yeah.
Like, again, speak to that, because a lot of people believe they're in a bind right now where there's no option. Again, when people talk like how you're talking, it's almost like it's too late for that. I'm just waiting for this vaccine. I'm waiting for these meds. Whatever they tell us to take, we're taking. So, I mean,
let me tell you some real shit. I was privileged to hang out with some rich niggas, right? A couple weeks ago, like right around New Year's. And we flew on an airplane, me and my babies. The airplanes was damn near empty, right? When we got where we was going, in that town, that thing was almost non-existent. You know, I ain't gonna keep calling the name on your broadcast, but that thing was almost non-existent there. The restaurants and the streets was full of people living their life. Period. Right. I didn't see no whole bunch of none of that. Wasn't none of that. Like people was just out and about doing what they do. So that's how that go. That's the end of that. And that thing that they forcing on people, you know, they putting that on old folks and minimum, you know, like this is some other shit. This ain't what people think. This is about money. You know what I'm saying? This is a money thing. So absolutely you can prepare yourself today because it's been demonstrated over and over again. Vitamin D, right? Vitamin D, zinc, selenium, all this is basic stuff. NRF2 system. That's what I mean. Come on, this is basic shit.
But then, Enqi, if people ask, yeah, where can I get vitamin D from if I can't travel?
Me, Dr. Enqi.com. But I mean, you can get vitamin D3 from anywhere though. Seriously, right now I don't think it's it's not the time of the year. You can only get vitamin D from the sun if you're in Europe or America from April till September.
So then, what would you think of the people that are taking the tablets for the vitamin D?
Well, we have them on my website, so I think it's amazing. We do it every day in my house.
It's not as great. It's not as great as going for the full sun.
It's never going to be. You can't. You know, it's never going to be the same as. But it's going to get you over. It's going to. You know, hopefully, April to September, you're taking advantage of your opportunity to get as much as you can, right? And then from there, you're continuing to supplement and keep your levels as high as possible. But you know, vitamin D is a fat soluble vitamin, so it doesn't wear off right away.
Because you know, like, if just trying to speak from a layman perspective, in that
this is layman.
some people are asking, but how can you get the sun into a tablet?
Right. So I would tell them we're not. They see that's what they mistake. They would make a mistake and think that vitamin D is sun in the tablet. Then maybe some people that don't know, you know, they would feed into that type of shit. I would tell them it's not. UVB acts through the skin on cholesterol, and cholesterol is converted into what we know of as vitamin D. So it's not an invisible, like it's not, you know, it's not the manna from heaven type vibe. There's some real shit going on, which is the reason why a lot of people that take high blood pressure medication, they always be at risk for vitamin D. A lot of times the men, they don't need Viagra and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? They joint is not working, not because of age or anything else. It's because they taking a high blood pressure medication. And high blood pressure medication blocks the enzyme that builds up your cholesterol. And not only is cholesterol the substrate for vitamin D, but it's also in the hierarchy to testosterone production. So with testosterone being a metabolite, if you will, of cholesterol, if you stop cholesterol production, you know, no salute, you know what I'm saying? No testosterone. And then now your body is able to accumulate vast amounts of aromatase and estrogen. So you might have put like your finger in the dam to stop the drip on the high blood pressure, but then that shit is creating a massive other fucking problems in your body. So by the time you pull the finger out, some more, you know, so the whole thing is the best thing to do is always keep trying to reset your body. You know what I'm saying? The medicines are usually more like Band-Aids. So it's always better to try to reset your shit back to a space where you don't need any help or crutches. And the best way to do that is always plants, exercise, rest, you know, proper sunlight, those kind of things.
Okay. So in forms of short breaths, Enqi's going through the gallons of water.
Huh?
What pH is that?
Like a 7.8.
7.8.
Yep.
Is it all right to have a 7?
Well, anything over 7,
yeah,
the neutral mark. So anything over 7 is considered to be slightly alkaline. Anything just below 7, so like 6.9, 6.8, those are your high acidity numbers. That's where the acidity begins in the 6s. 7 is where the alkalinity begins. And your blood should always be exactly at 7.365.
Okay.
7.365. And the beauty of that is I see that as a signature of God. You know, just for your audience, I know you niggas over there crazy. They like to argue about does God exist or not. You know, you niggas got your mind polluted by these dumb motherfuckers like Enqi. You gotta stop watching these illiterate niggas. That is a signature right there. Well, you know, there's 365 days in a year, 7 days in a week. That's a signature right there that your blood has to be at 7.365.
Mm-hmm. And the water, you know, in forms of when you're feeling short of breaths.
When I say shit like that, all of the atheists, they blood boils. They like, ooh,
motherfucker.
Anyway,
I be saying certain shit on purpose, just smiling into the camera. Like, I know this shit is affecting niggas' emotions. Like, your man, yo, he goes crazy. I had the nigga on the internet the other day. Your mother's a bee. Your mother's a bee.
We saw it, bro. We
Bro,
saw it. We saw it.
They like, yo, you ain't gonna respond. I'm like, respond for what? How that's the best shit right there ever. I've watched that shit like 100 times. Like 100 of them views with me cracking the fuck up at him cussing my mother out. My mom would beat his ass.
but you know, and that's the thing I was going to step on in forms of emotions and stress. Do you feel that it's creating a kind of a mental sickness in the fact that it's even more fried than the other thing that the other pandemic we're going through?
Bring me back again.
Like this being indoors for long periods of time.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. I think it definitely I mean the whole situation is anxiety. I mean, that's so you get anxiety by worrying about what's going to happen. You get depression by dwelling in the past. So it's almost like, you know, you got to ground yourself in the now to keep your mind centered. It's almost like losing focus of time creates these bases for mental illness, because the anxiety and depression is like the basis for mental illness. So you over-focused on possible futures, anxiety. Over-focused on shit that's already happened, depression. Right? We need to be grounded in the now. So this whole program creates a situation when we're anxiety filled. Like even that little sneeze or cough would throw niggas into a frenzy. Like, yo, if you just imagine right now being in a supermarket and somebody cough. That shit is almost the same as like gun. Like that's almost like somebody yelling out gun. Like,
bro, it's on.
Man, if somebody
it's on here tonight. It's on here right now. They're charging people £400 for going into supermarkets without masks. It's on high alert right now. We got the police walking up and down our roads, asking you where you're going. Yeah, what you doing? Yo, what's in the bag? Yeah, the police commissioner here is asking for powers to come to people's house. So the stress levels, like you're talking.
Now wait, let me say this though. I'm not totally against what the police is doing. No, that shit sounds crazy. Like, wait a minute, Enqi, are you saying that you support them folks a little bit? I'm just saying, as I've grown in my life, my perspective has changed. You know what I'm saying? So there's a point where you're the guy peeing in the staircase because, you're ignorant. Your family pays rent. They don't own any shit over there. You don't care. There's a point where hopefully you become a homeowner. And if you see somebody peeing on your front door, your back door, you might shoot to kill. That is growth in perspective right there. So
listen, caring about property in society when you're a big person, definitely.
So hold on, there's still growth in perspective in terms of, now look, this is external property. That's why I use that example, because we should value ourselves more than we value material. So there's a point where, you know, a lot of us, we eat in Franks, you know, we $2 vodka and, you know, whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's whatever, pork, you know, whatever. We just wow. There's a point where hopefully we grow up and we begin to see our body as our #1 and most important piece of real estate that we'll ever get. Hopefully we start investing into it. And as we do that, we start to learn a little bit more about our environment and want to control it a little bit more. Now we want to be in groups with like-minded people. So now, what if I got a space with like-minded people and we on a frequency? A whole bunch of donut eating, hamburger, you know, like this, you know, they start coming into our neighborhood because they done ran down their shit. Oh no. We might have to put the fort up right there. That fort ain't gonna have nothing to do with being black, white, none of that shit. That's gonna have to do with y'all got different mindset. Mindset is everything in this world. Mindset is everything in this world. That's the most important thing you have is mental freedom. And, you know, a lot of the pandemic interrupts that with the fear signal. You know what I'm saying? It makes us, you know, we get primal. You get primal, you want to retreat to shit that feels familiar. So amidst this backdrop of pandemic, you have what? The quote unquote race narrative popping out, which is not even a real fucking narrative. You got, you know, Antifa and all these other slick niggas, you know, they, Black Lives, you know, they taking advantage of a great opportunity. Honestly, opportunity presents itself. You know, people have to be able to see opportunity for what it is that they do, even amidst tragedy. I do. I don't see anything wrong with that. I'm trying to tell everybody that can hear me. Right now, if you are sincere about any sort of holistic pursuit, right now we have an opportunity in front of us like never before and may never come back again. The entire planet and everybody in every country, in every city is focused in on getting healthier and having a health conversation. So that's why I'm extremely vigilant on the fuckery, because the whole chakra shit started out with Brother Rich, dumbass, and Brother Panic with his fruity dumbass telling niggas that they don't need herbs and vitamins to prepare for the pandemic, that they could just activate their chakras on a fucking online chakra activation retreat and they was gonna heal niggas from the fucking pandemic shit. At that point, I gotta step the fuck in like, come on now. What are we doing now?
Well, hold on. Let's cut to the
look, if y'all niggas running Chakra Khan on niggas, that's one thing. Do that shit over there. But don't try to tell niggas that they don't need to eat healthy and exercise and you could fix all that by activating their chakras through the fucking internet. Come on now. Come on now.
Well, that's the thing. I see you trying to have a conversation with Brother Sanchez as well. And there was a point in your conversation where you was talking about, you know, a readable, a moment that you can pinpoint where there is a form of activation or energization, you know, to speak to that in relation to chakras and what they really are and how, if they can be activated. Like, what's your take on that? That's what I'm trying to say. We're going to go straight to that.
No.
Because
there's no take on it, is what I'm saying. It's fake. You understand what fake? Fake. There's no chakras.
So what are people describing as their chakra system? Where's that idea coming from?
There is no such thing as a physical chakra.
So what's the idea based on? I'm asking you, where's this idea coming from of these energy points? Where's that teaching deriving from?
Okay, let me stop you right there. Chakras do not teach about energy points. These niggas have made this shit up, is what I'm trying to tell you. These niggas have made this shit up. So when you go to the conversation with me and Bro Sanchez, in the beginning of the debate, and that was a formal debate because we had that scheduled and planned. So in the beginning of the debate, I asked him, have you ever heard of the rishis? He said, no. I said, hold on. You heard what I said? Have you ever heard of the rishis? He said, no, what's that? Who's that? I said, wait a minute. You have read.
He said no.
Right. He said, no. I said, wait a minute. You have read the Upanishads, correct? He said, no. What is that? I said, the book, the Upanishads. You read that, right? Written by the rishis. You read the. No, what's that? Now, see, right there, all of the smart people already left the debate, because the rishis are the guys in India who actually created and invented the idea of chakras. And they created the idea of chakras and wrote the ideas down in books called Upanishads. The Upanishads are the first concepts of chakras ever to be written down or created or anything. Now, they made it up as an imaginary tracking system to measure your meditation. Your meditation in the Indian culture was designed to bring spirits into your body for possession. So I know for a fact, being somebody who studied yoga, studied tantric art, I know when I hear Brother Polite, Young Pharaoh, Nature Boy, Sanchez, I mean, the list name, go Bobby Hemmett, Panic, all these dumb motherfuckers. When I hear them talking about chakras, I know they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. But that's not my concern. My concern is that the general public that's listening to these motherfuckers know even less than they do. So when these niggas are using chakras to sell all manner of fuckery to these people, they think this is a real thing. They haven't even stopped to take a listen to these niggas. If you listen to Polite, there's 9 chakras. If you listen to Sanchez, there's 7 chakras. If you listen to Pharaoh, there's billions of chakras. Nature Boy says that anything can be a chakra at any moment. He says, and I quote, if you see a woman and she has nice titties, your eyes become chakras and her nipples become chakras. Bro, I can't make this shit up. It's on video. Me and Nature Boy had a debate also about chakras on my channel. It's not, you can go to my channel and watch them full debates. I'm not making this shit up. Nature Boy went even.
I've only seen the Brother Sanchez one.
Listen, Nature Boy went as far as he made up his own chakra system. And he has a brown anus chakra, and his chakra system is flipped upside down so that the anus is where the crown chakra should be. And it's brown. You laughing. You think this shit is funny. Hold on. Let me see if I still got this shit on my computer.
I believe you, brother. I believe you. So let me ask you this: is there any form of like Africanized origin of any sort in this chakra system?
No,
because I've heard people make reference to Kemet and other places.
Share my screen. So, in the middle of our debate, as we were going back and forth, Nature Boy gets into a groove where he feels like he getting ready to drop this heavy jewel on me. Because I'm asking him questions about chakras and shit. And he goes, yeah, well, I don't even subscribe to none of that because I'm out in the jungle. I ain't never read books before. I'm in the jungle. So, I made up my own chakra system. And, if you ready for it, I'll drop it on you right now. You ready for it? I'm like, shit, all right now. I hope you ready for it. Be careful what you pull up now. So he like, yeah, I'm about to drop this shit on you. And bam, he sends me the email. Now, all of this happens live in the debate with me and him on my video. So all of this, like this, none of this is cap. And what he sends me is this, the Carbonation Chakra System. Now, first of all, you notice that Brother Sanchez stole his shit from Nature Boy because Sanchez came with this shocks of raw shit too. Notice how they spell their shit. SHOCKRA, shocks of Ra. Some old fucking bullshit fuckery. Shocks of Ra. Yo, when I heard that shit, I almost fucking cried listening to these dumb dicks. Shocks of Ra. So this nigga done, look at this shit. I mean, that's his face down there at the bottom. You know, his seal for his community. And this is his program. The anus chakra is where the crown chakra is at. And when I asked him about it, he said, oh, no, there's no such thing as a crown chakra and all this and all that. This is really just the most important gland and organ in the human body. I'm like, wait a minute, nigga, shit. You almost was better at saying something else, nigga. Damn, you done turned the anus into some type of God spot. Brother Sanchez says that's where the universe plug into you. He was even singing about it on his website. Plug it in, plug it in. I was like, oh, this is insane. I said, what the fuck is going on? And in my mind, I'm trying to figure out. I'm saying to myself, I swear I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone, like I'm alone out here. Because I'm like, yo, come on, man. Where is the brothers at, man? Like, where is the brothers going to stand up and just put their foot down? Like, enough is enough. This nigga is on his motherfucking YouTube page singing. Plug it in, plug it in. I said, nah, man, get the fuck out of here. I'm not doing this shit. I'm not doing this shit with you niggas. You niggas is not going to take innocent young brothers with $20 in their hand looking to come in here, lecture about melanin, and invite them niggas into a weird situation and have them leaving with their booty sore. That's all I'm saying, man. I can't have that shit on my credit card like that. You niggas don't understand. Y'all don't understand because y'all been listening to so much debates in the conscious community for so long. It's confused you. Your mind is confused. I can tell your mind is confused. Everybody in the conscious community starts to believe that we separate groups. Like, yo, those is Hebrew Israelite niggas, and these is this niggas, and those are the Moorish niggas. That's exists in our mind. To the rest of the world, we're those conscious niggas from Sonetta's channel. That's it. Everybody on earth that's conscious or woke, nigga, you from Sonetta's channel. That's how the world sees you. Period. Oh yeah. I know you. You down? You be doing lectures with Umar. Y'all on Sonetta page. Like, wait a minute, nigga, I don't fuck with Umar. Like, the rest of the world don't give a fuck about that, nigga. You with Umar. You with Pharaoh, nigga. All y'all niggas together. We the same. So somebody has to step up and say, you know what? Fuck it. Since we all gonna be viewed the same, it's got to be goddamn quality control right now. It got to be quality control now. Now it got to be quality control. If you niggas getting ready to go on Sway in the morning, you got dumbass motherfucking Rich. Him and Cambada goes on Sway in the morning. They trying to ask these motherfuckers about consciousness. These two stupid motherfuckers is on there telling them they dropping albums called LSD. Oh yeah, we got LSD coming out real soon. I got high on everything. I do everything. I'm on mushrooms and LSD right now, and I'm taking all kind of drugs. What the fuck are y'all doing?
Well, listen.
Malcolm X or any one of the motherfuckers from that era could have just jumped up out of the fucking grave and snatched them dumb niggas off the fucking airwaves and just shit them motherfuckers. You motherfuckers, you know how many motherfuckers died to learn how to read? You stupid motherfucker. You got on Sway in the morning and said you could LSD. You dumb motherfucker. Don't you ever.
This takes us into the next point. Freemasonry. The craft, the art, the learning system. We hear a lot about it. Usually man's demonizing it. What's your position? Talk about the origins of it first of all, so we're clear on where the idea even came from. Because I think, again, just like you did with the chakra system, it was important to nail where the origins of that come from, as far as you're saying. So with this Freemasonry situation, what's the play on that? Because we hear a lot of man demonizing, a lot of people are agents, you're Freemason, you do special signs, you're in the army, you're doing this. Like, man don't really understand this oaths, teaching systems, African origins. So give us the overview on that one, where we sit. Because
Wait, hold on.
That's right. We rolling. Come on.
That's a lot of shit you just mixed up in there now. Right? That's a lot of shit. So you gotta think about it.
Well, start chronologically. Start chronologically.
Okay, no. Let's start with oaths. All right, let's start with oaths because niggas throw oaths around and it fucks me up. It's one of the funniest things I've ever heard, honestly. And it honestly is telling about our community as Black people. Think about this shit for a second. We use the term oath as if it's dirty, correct?
A lot of time.
Yo, them niggas taking oaths, son. Yo, them niggas, it's some oaths taking shit, son. Them niggas, yo, son, I don't take no fucking oaths, B. Them niggas taking oaths.
No honor attached to it. Yeah. It's a dishonest act now.
Guess what? Look what they say. Damn, Black folks can't get to stick together. Damn, Black folks can't come together. Damn,
No code.
When Black folks gonna come together? You dumb motherfuckers, when you start taking oaths more with your people. See, when your word becomes bond again, when you start doing what the fuck you said you was gonna do, then we automatically unify.
Right.
Bang, bang. But while we under the brainwash that oath is a bad thing, while we under that brainwash, look at our community. Look at our ladies. Can't trust them. Look at the fellas. You can't trust the fellas. The fellas can't trust each other. The ladies can't trust each other. We are not a trustworthy group of folks because we have lost that true idea of your bond binding yourself. That's all that is. Oath. Now, to take it a step further, now that we done demystified the motherfucker, just bang,
Straight.
Just like one fucking 30 seconds, bang, snap the fuck out of it. Bang.
That's all.
To have your word, and then think about it. You got the same niggas talking about honor and snatching honor and dishonor, etc., and then looking at oath as a bad thing. See, niggas confused. You can't be honorable without being a man of your word. It's the same thing. So you're confused out there. Now, if we take it a step further, it's about, because you scratch it a little bit. See, that's the first level. We just beat up the super silly niggas. Now we're going to work on the silly niggas. The niggas a little bit smarter than the totally unintelligent niggas. Just a little bit smarter. They're going to say, yeah, but you know what? I don't have no problem making an oath with my brother. But I ain't making no oath to the white man. See, that's what Sanchez was saying on his page. Because every so often I'll come on, you know what I'm saying? I have on my shit, I be flashing. So, you know, niggas be saying all kind of crazy shit. So Sanchez on, yeah, you know, and Enqi's working with the devil because Enqi done took an oath to the white people and blah, 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 blah. I don't know why Sanchez did that to himself. Because
no one served in that institute.
It only took me 5 clicks to go onto his page and find out that he was in the Air Force Infantry.
Come on.
So that means that you took an oath, not as a Mason, to study fucking ancient fucking shit.
Stop.
You actually took an oath to get a paycheck to shoot indigenous people. Nigga, what the fuck are we talking about?
Right.
Like what kind of redirection and slick? See, all this is slick fuckery. You know, people are redirecting like, no, nigga, you military niggas get hired, you accept money to go and kill indigenous niggas. It is what it is. It's tough. I know you did it. You got to deal with it. I didn't do it, so I don't have to deal with that. You niggas got to deal with that. You signed up. You took the money. You did your thing. Now, if later on you come into some knowledge and you're like, oh shit, I can't believe I did that. Woo, woo, woo. That's something else.
But you still got to live with that shit.
You still got to live with that. And Sanchez doesn't do that on his page. I go on this motherfucker's page and he's talking about, I was in the Air Force Infantry. Like he's still singing the fucking shit and all that, marching in his mind and all kind of shit.
I see the video.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm still a soldier. I'll still kill niggas. And I said, wow, these niggas are insane. This is incredible. How are we watching this shit? I'm like, yo, the internet is a crazy place, man. I don't know about you people, but I do not let my children watch the fucking YouTube unsupervised. Like, this is a wild fucking place. Anybody can just get online and just start redirecting your thoughts. So you're looking at these guys, even look at the fucking video the other night. Look at the fucking video the other night. Look how he behaved. That was insane. He goes, yo, Enqi saying I was in the military. Fuck that. I wasn't never no military. I'm a real nigga. I'm a gangster. I'm a killer. In the same video, just prior to doing all that guerrilla shit, saying he was never in the military, Solomon said, yo, you know, when you go into basic training in the military, they give you all kind of vaccines. You know what
said, that's me.
Oh, yeah, I was in there.
I see.
So now
we talked about this.
Right.
We talked about this today, where I said the same thing.
Yeah.
I said, look, you know, you gotta realize your position of where you're coming from and understand why, based on history and things that have happened, why you're not seeing these choices that you've made that are gonna make man question you.
Hey, it's not even that. It's with him specifically, because my brother's in the military. Like I don't have a problem with intrinsically with people from the military. But you were hiding your military affiliation. Even to the point where people watch you getting angry and calling my mother, I ain't never been with no military, no police. Your mother's a bitch. I ain't never been with no nigga. I'm from Baltimore. I done shot niggas up. I done killed niggas. I sell crack. I use crack. I'm doing all everything with crack. Nigga, I sleep with crack. I'm married crack. I am crack. Nigga, I'm like, damn, all right, motherfucker. Shit. We got it. We got it though. Problem is, 20 minutes ago, you said you went through basic training, my nigga. So what was your destination after basic training if it wasn't the military? Because I could be unfucking educated. Maybe, I don't know. In my mind, though, it's basic training, then it's military. That's what I think. I mean, are you aware of another system? Is there another spot that you go to after basic training?
That's where it is, brother. Okay,
well then, see, the problem is, if people go, wait a minute, why are you not telling people the truth that you really was in the military? Then has to reconcile all his pro-vaccine shit with the fact that he was in the military at the military base that is the largest vaccine base in America. So now it goes, hey, nigga, maybe you invested in vaccines. Guess what? In the same video from the other night, he told Solomon he was invested in vaccines.
Well, he had all the masks, I'll tell you that. He was mask heavy.
So, since he comes with all these rules about research, he's supposed to tell people, listen, when you got all these rules about research, that's a part of your research. You're supposed to tell people if you got a bias. So, if you invested in vaccines or any of this pharmaceutical shit, you got to stop. You're supposed to tell niggas that that's, you know, that you could possibly be selling a product. Like, for instance, when people listen to me talk about herbs, even I make jokes about myself. Like, nigga, I could be fucking biased. I sell vitamin D. Like, I make jokes about myself because it's true. If I have vitamin D, you can't only take my word on the shit on vitamin D. I'm gonna tell you, vitamin D is fucking amazing.
I think you said the key element. When researching, you can't just take the straight in. You have to look at the source of the information and understand what is their motivation for wanting to look into whatever it is. Why they're saying what they're saying. You understand? What are their personal experiences if you're dealing with a person or an organization? What are they being funded to do in the first place?
Right. That's the same thing with Wesley Muhammad. That's the same thing with Wesley Muhammad and them. Now, they got all this money, Wesley Muhammad and the Nation Islam, they got all this money tied up in cows and farms and shit. So they run around telling niggas that milk cures AIDS. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. See, look at you. This shit getting hard to sit in that seat still. You can't sit still in that seat now. We see you now on video now. Come on now. How is we allowing this shit to... Listen, you niggas got to understand. By us not checking this shit, white folks is looking at us like, listen, it's a few of you niggas that's all right. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, you niggas got to start some in-house quality control of the shit y'all leaking out now. You can't embrace you niggas at the world table if you niggas coming to the world table with...
I feel you. But before we go off, because I know we're going to go into something else, but before we leave this Freemasonry now, the origins of that, you understand? Where's that coming from? What is the difference? You understand? Because we know now what they're doing and how, you know, people who don't know the origins. So let's speak to the origins of Freemasonry, the craft, the art.
Right. How about this? How about I do this? If you have a question, I'll answer it. Outside of that, I know that you interact with a lot of these guys that want to debate me on this subject. So they're not able to use this as an opportunity to like quiz so they could create.
Well, my only question right now for whoever's watching and for our own audience is, in your opinion, in your information from your research.
Right, but I don't want you to ask me an open-ended question. I want you to ask me a
no. But we just dealing with the top end. Where do you see the origins of Freemasonry come from? It's like we got to go there. You understand?
Africa.
Okay, so it's black in origin. Yeah.
Okay, so that's your question. See, now that's more specific. Now I can see. So what you're asking me is, did black people or white people create Masonry? Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
So all we got to do is step our opinions out of it and look around the globe. We already know who the masters of Masonry are because of what they left behind. You need more?
I don't. But again, when we're getting down the line again, how we get into this distorted view? Where in your head are you seeing the distortion come in from? That clean, quick answer, we bring it. It's a system that we use for teaching, pass on knowledge.
Okay, hold on.
How did we get to this corrupted version?
Hold on. Hit the shit. Let me see if I can get you.
Can you see the screen, Tel?
Yeah, hit the share. Is that, you got something there?
Yeah, it's coming up. There you go. Because this is the joke of it. You know, there's a whole load of discussions, but I like to deal with chronological order of things. So again, it's always about come with an origin point.
Okay. All right. So we could, okay, go ahead. So now what you were saying again?
I always like chronological order of stuff. I like to know origin points.
Okay. So, right, if we're talking about Masonry, we could just go right here. Is there a finer example of Masonry in existence on Earth? And when we talk about Masonry, we're talking about building. That is a question to you now, just in case you didn't hear me.
No. We're definitely talking about. Remember, look, I'll say this.
You, is there a finer example on Earth of building and craftsmanship?
Most definitely not. Because what I was gonna say is, what people gotta understand, when people say the word building, it's a multi-layered meaning in it. You can be building buildings, physical buildings. You need to have a system built in order to have the knowledge to even build those structures. You need to have a community built in order to build them structures. It's multiple level in it.
Yeah, but it falls on to craft.
Right. But yeah, just know that from here, I could do anything that anybody wants to do with Freemasonry, right from here. And we can answer all questions like just, I mean, but, you know, I have to allow these guys room for study and inquisitiveness on their own, so that when I run into them and we actually have these conversations, you know, I can't give them too much cheat sheet information in advance. But that's all they need to know, is that there's no 1717 origin of Masonry. So if they're coming with that, they better do a little bit more. I would suggest I wouldn't even waste my time with somebody at that space. If they come in with the 1717 Great England bullshit, we're not even having a conversation. That's not serious. I don't try. My conversation I save for the smart folks. Like, you know, out of 100 people, 5 of them is worth talking to. The another 95, those people is for the other. There's a reason why there's a lot of views on these channels. See, the intelligent group is always the smaller group. So that's you know, I'm not talking to them. I'm only speaking to the smart people. So anybody that's serious about this conversation, you already went past it. Because the moment you pull it up on Wiki explains that 1717 is not the start of anything. Because they tell you, when you look at the Wiki, they gathered up all of the different groups from all over the place and create. So that tell you right. So that's why I said, listen, them niggas got to stay in the studio longer to figure that shit out. But it's definitely a black thing. And otherwise, and we don't have to deal with no theories, no written down words, or none of that shit. We could just look at what's left on this planet as the largest signs of functioning Masonry, and we know what it is. And then if we want to go into some speculative shit or some other esoteric shit or wherever people want to go from there, we can go from there. In fact, if you got any more specific questions, you know, you can ask.
I mean, other than, it's kind of a sideways question. I know you was talking about the fact that the body's light, we're light beings, but that actual light in the cells, the luminescence, is like the signal, is like the information that's proven now. But explain that part, because I was interested in that and I wanted to get into that more with you. I know it's kind of a sideways question, but again, it speaks to our deeper esoteric views of the body and stuff.
No. We're gonna dispel that superstitious bullshit right now. That's what my job is. We got to get rid of fucking superstition. That's why I'm out here on these motherfuckers with this chakra bullshit. You got to understand this shit. I take this shit serious. We got to get rid of this superstition shit. These niggas
it's not about the fairy lights. It's not about the fairy lights.
Listen, is a fucking superstitious, dumb ass nigga too. People don't realize this shit. See, all of you niggas done let this nigga fool y'all into thinking he's smart. He done tricked you niggas into taking part in a 10-year fucking conversation about the Bigfoot. Yeah. Deal with that shit. That you motherfuckers for 10 years been caught up in Unc's fascination with the fucking Bigfoot. Yeah, gotta deal with this shit. Yeah, we come from the apes, the missing link. Yeah, you niggas forgot the missing link is
right.
Bigfoot.
Right.
Yeah, the fucking
we're gonna come back to that because I got questions for you that I want to ask you.
Listen,
when it comes to that silliness, but I know exactly what you're saying.
Listen, all this is superstition. This motherfucker trying to use science to justify Bigfoot. You got the rest of these motherfuckers talking about chakras, and I'm sitting here like, what the fuck is happening to the conscious community? How are we going to be respected globally? Chinese people can't look at our fucking babies. Our fucking babies all fucking danced out, little 2-year-olds twerking and shit. They motherfucking mama talking about chakras acting. What the fuck is going on right now? This is crazy. The fathers talking about they with Brother Panic. They on Brother Rich Pay. They done snorted LSD. Get the fuck out of here, man. What the fuck is going on? Get the fuck out of here. That's not it. That's not it. Brother Rich is hooking niggas on LSD. Since when did the conscious community promote LSD, family? I'm fucked up. When did we start promoting LSD? And niggas are saying I'm the hater. I'm trying to figure out, nigga. You know it's hardcore rappers that rap about crack cocaine that's not getting ready to promote LSD to black children, right? Yo, it's niggas that gangbang. that kill niggas. They will not promote LSD use to black children. Like there's some niggas draw the line. Like until we are the conscious niggas, we're gonna take it upon ourselves to promote LSD to niggas. And if somebody stands up and says, "Hey, wait a minute, I don't remember LSD being part of the conscious movement. In fact, I don't remember fucking chakras being part." Hold up, chakras ain't even fucking African. That shit's from India. Indians don't even fucking like dark skinned niggas. What the fuck is wrong with you people? You niggas confused. Indians got the most racial caste system on earth. Why the fuck would you adopt some chakra? Get the fuck. I said, man, these niggas crazy. These niggas crazy, bro. And I just can't participate. See, because social media allows you to broadcast your voice everywhere. These niggas is branding us. So people think that your chakra's activated too now. They think your chakra's activated. They think you on LSD. See, they think you with Brother Rich and Brother Panic. You mixing the LSD with the mushrooms and the ayahuasca. Put that shit in the blunt with the weed, and then you conscious now.
Shortcut. It's a shortcut. That's what it is.
Come on now. That's not conscious. That's called fucking dope fiend. You're not conscious. You're a fucking drug addict. Okay? You niggas on fucking LSD. You're not conscious. You're a fucking dope fiend. Period. Ain't no other fucking conversation. How the fuck the conscious niggas point their finger at the rappers? They on lean. You dumb motherfuckers, conscious niggas on LSD. What the fuck are we talking about? And niggas telling you they doing the LSD to activate the chakras. So now what we really talking about? See, you got to get rid of superstition. Bigfoot and fucking chakras fucking niggas up. Bigfoot and fucking chakras back again.
I feel you. Speak to that light body situation, brother. What's the science behind that?
The who?
The light body. Like I asked you.
Body. Oh, okay. So the free radicals. I remember you asked me about the free radicals. Okay. So here's the basics on this. It's simple. It's not that complicated. We know the body's electric, right? Or do we concede that the body's electric? Do we know how the body? Okay, so the body takes in food, right? Food is going to come in one of three basic forms. Make it super simple. It's going to be fat, carbohydrate, or protein, right? We know fats and carbohydrates are based on carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. We know proteins are based on carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. Now, the process of metabolism is by simply taking those molecules and decarbing them, right? People that are in the cannabis culture are familiar with decarbing. Decarbing happens with more than your marijuana. Your body is a decarbing machine. Everything it consumes, it decarbs. It gets rid of carbon. That's why you blow out carbon dioxide. Carbon monoxide is a poison for you. Carbon is not good. We get rid of carbon. Your body's always trying to get rid of carbon, right? Plants like carbon. We don't like carbon, right? We need carbon-based substances because that is the delivery system for our body. So everything gets decarbed. So we take in the carbs, the fats, the proteins, we decarb it, right? A part of that process, we break everything down, right? Proteins to fats, fats to sugars, sugars to acids. We use that acid to feed this little foreign group in our body called mitochondria. Mitochondria take that energy and recycle what we use for energy. So it's almost like we work for them. Everything we eat, we feed in mitochondria with it. We're not feeding ourselves directly, technically. We feed in mitochondria. Mitochondria, in turn, feeding us if we're dealing with energy, right? So they help us recycle phosphorus. The purpose for that is there's not enough phosphorus on Earth to go around to all of the living creatures to have all of the phosphorus they need. So phosphorus has to constantly be recycled throughout the body. Takes electricity to do that. That electricity produces magnetism at cytochrome 5. When the ATP is released in the cytoplasm and is oxidized, that oxidation releases a phosphorus. That phosphorus releases light. That light powers the cell. So that's one. As a part of that process, there are waste products. Those waste products, your body is efficient at also redirecting into other areas of the body. In order for your body to function electrically, your body is made up in like a series of circuits. Inside your body, though, instead of plus and negative, it is oxidation and redox, and reduction. So it's called redox report. That's where you have basically your mini circuit. A electron donor or a alkaline and a electron acceptor or a acid. So our body is made up of alkalines and acids, donors and receivers for electrons, so that we have electron movement, right? A part of our decarbing process, a part of our conducting electricity process, we create free radicals. Most people are familiar with oxygen-based free radicals, but that's only one species of free radicals. You have carbon-based free radicals, nitrogen-based free radicals. Any of the gases that your body consumes or inhales can become like a free radical. Free radical is something that flips and begins to snatch electrons. Everything in your body is about electrons. The entire conversation about alkaline and acid is about which direction electrons are going in. If electrons are being given, then that means if we're at the perspective, and this is the thing, it's duality, it's perspective. Because when we talk about electron giving, right, if we're from the perspective of the giver, that's alkaline. But if we're from the perspective of the receiver, it's an acid. And those are technically your basic definitions for alkaline or base versus acid in the science textbook. Alkaline is going to be, like I said, an electron donator, and a acid will be an electron stealer or receiver. Now, receiver and stealer, it can get a little technical. The stealer is more of the free radical, but a lot of times when our body metabolizes stuff, it tries to go back to before it was metabolized. And so it'll bump around in the body and get a little crazy if we don't have an antioxidant to shuttle it out of there. So everything in your body, though, just to clarify, when we're talking about electricity, right, we learn in like grade school. Electricity also has attached to it what? Radiation and magnetism. So there's no space in our body where electricity is, or where we have all this ionic current, blah, blah, all of this ionic current and ATP and all these different types of phosphates. And a phosphate is basically a phosphorus surrounded on all sides by oxygen. If we look up phosphorus, the reason why phosphorus is called phosphorus is because anytime it comes in contact with oxygen, it emits light. So if phosphates are all throughout our body, and phosphorus is coated in oxygen, it's not even a conversation about. So again, from that direction, that's another reason why I have the chakra conversation, because we don't need the mythology anymore. Like, there's a point where mythology can serve a purpose. It can help you bridge a gap while you're still trying to collect information and maybe move to an experimental stage so you can figure out, whatever perplexing phenomena is boggling your mind at the moment. But once you do the study and the experimentation and you figure out how a thing works, the superstition is gone. The magic is gone. It's not, it's not mysterious anymore. Now you know how it works. So when we didn't know how the body worked, at least to some extent, we had to make inferences. We had to make, guesstimates that turned into estimates, that turned into hypotheses, that turned into tests, that turned into, trial and error, that turned into working hypothetical facts that became universal truths as we continued to polish and refine them, right? But that's the process. That's how we work through something. And in those early stages, the mythology helps, you know. And sometimes it's not mythology. Sometimes mythology is misinterpreted, mnemonic device where maybe our ancestors had the full set of polished science, but in order to communicate it, they packaged it up in a nice little cute story and sent that, you know, let that go. That's why we have to study ancient symbolism, right? But let me tell you the slick shit. This will speak to your masonry shit and all this shit at the same time. When these niggas, see, these motherfuckers is confused. They don't realize they talking about separate groups, right? Like these niggas mix up masonry and Illuminati. Oh, yo, them niggas is Masons. They with the Illuminati. What fucking books are these niggas reading? What books are they reading? Because clearly, if you read up on the Illuminati, they'll tell you Adam Weishaupt started that group, and him and his little group infiltrated into Freemasonry. So clearly, Freemasonry, Illuminati with Adam Weishaupt and those niggas is some whole different bullshit. If you got to sneak into, if you got to get your clique to sneak in, then your clique, then that means that not only is that something different, but that also means your ideologies are not accepted here. So you got to think about that. Why did, once they formed the Illuminati, why did they have to sneak in to infiltrate Freemasonry? They had to sneak in and infiltrate because the ideologies that they had wasn't reflected in Freemasonry. Them niggas would have been thrown the fuck out if they found out, oh, y'all with that? Oh, no, we don't. Yeah, you got to go that way with that shit. We're not in with none of that shit. But they snuck in. And so I'm saying to myself, who's reading? Like, is anybody reading these fucking books or niggas just making up shit? Then you ask these niggas, they tell you. Like, I asked Nature Boy. He said, oh, I'm in the jungle. I don't read books. I just make up shit. Oh, I mean, that's just, you know, I download. These niggas downloading information. See, all that shit, superstitious, dumb shit. I don't believe in none of that, though, information shit. Niggas got to stop all that bullshit. Oh, you downloading information. That's leftover conversation from gypsy motherfuckers talking about they channeling spirits and all that. And some of these niggas say they channeling spirits too. I done heard one of these motherfuckers talking about they reading your zodiac and they channel Tupac in a storm or some old bullshit. I said, man, this shit got to stop, bro. This shit got to stop. These niggas not channeling no fucking rappers and all this other bullshit. Come on, man. We got to stop all this bullshit, bro. Come on now. We cannot go into people with these niggas fraud.
I feel you. Would you always ascribe to the same thing, which is the African mind has always dealt with matching up unseen principles with actual observable science? Because the other night I heard guys on the panel on Solar Myers the other night when, you know, people couldn't even get to terms with, you know, what's a scientific theory and how do we get scientific all these kinds of things. You just described the process quite easily of how to get to certain things. So as I said, would you agree that the African deals with the matchup? When I say something, there's a physical observation.
Yes, I would say that our ancestors did. Absolutely. Obviously, they left their proofs here. You see what I'm saying? Like, we don't have to figure out what the ancestors were doing. They left pyramids on every fucking continent. Like, hold on, we mastered this shit everywhere. We're the masters. Here, we sending you niggas the test, and we'll grade your answers later on. Like, wait a minute, how the fuck will y'all come back and grade our answers? By the time you niggas figure out how to take the test, you'll figure out how we'll grade the answers. So now we just got to step back in amazement, like, shit, what the fuck is that? What? All kind of dates and all kind of shit encoded in these structures. Niggas is wasting time with this bullshit, and we should be doing some real fucking math every day. The world got problems right now. We got fucking, from Imhotep to fucking Dr. Satan. Why aren't we fucking healing the epidemic? I'm the only nigga so far that I know with testimonies with motherfuckers coming on with the test positive and showing the test negative after they take the program. So I don't know what niggas is doing. If Imhotep and Sabi and all these motherfuckers left the pyramids, what the fuck is we stressed about? We should have the most high power shit. Wait, soon as the world get in trouble, they should be able to come check with us. Hey, we heard you niggas had something special lined up. Yeah, we got something. Hold on, let me get DrEnqi.com. Yeah, go grab some shit. We already ready. What's up? We already ready. We already been talking about the NRF2 system for 15 years already. So when they come out and they say the only hope to deal with this pandemic is to stimulate the NRF2 system, I just go like this. That's it. That's my whole motherfucking statement on it. I'm done. I've already told niggas 15 years already how the body works. So now that niggas need to know and they in the panic, there's nothing extra to say. The body's not that mysterious. It works like this. This is how it goes. It's very simple. Here are inputs, these are outputs. Inputs go in, you get certain specific outputs. If you want these outputs, put in these inputs. That's it. Now, the problem is we've been disconnected from our databases by niggas, by fucking up with all this bullshit, made up chakra shit and channeling shit and all this fake shit. They done fucked up all of the real shit. And they should be following the money. See, if you niggas want to know some real shit, right? Biosemiotics is the study founded by the real niggas that you need to be paying attention to. See, these dumb motherfuckers, these are the dumb niggas. It's like barely literate niggas. These niggas think biosemiotics is based around some lady named Judy. Nah, Judy is Johnny come lately. Judy studied a few actual textbooks and then created a spin-off to biosemiotics.
Jumped on it quickly.
You niggas need to go get the real textbooks. In fact, if you did a fucking Wikipedia search on biosemiotics, you would see that biosemiotics as a study was funded by the Rothschild family to find out the biological and biochemical significance of what your ancestors actually left. And these niggas put millions on it, into billions at this point. They started it off with millions. They gave mad different colleges millions of dollars to start up studying our shit. Meanwhile, what are our niggas doing? Are they studying our shit? Fuck no. These niggas studying fucking chakras.
I feel you.
So now the Rothschilds got all the fucking money in the world, and they invested in the shit to maintain their power and their influence. And in their mind, the way to best maintain their power and influence is by investing millions into billions of fucking dollars into studying our shit. So what do we do? Hold on. So what do we do? Guess what we do? We turn around and scare niggas away from it. Oh no, wait a minute. That looked like Jay-Z throw up the pyramid. He must be Illuminati. I said, wait the fuck a minute. What the fuck just happened? I said, hold up. The pyramid, nigga? I said, wait a minute. I must be the only nigga awake. How did we allow these people to convince us that anything referring to Egypt is now Illuminati? We need to stay away from it. We need to focus on chakras. I said, man, get the fuck out of here. You niggas is disgusting. It's despicable. Think about this shit on another level. Think about this shit on another level. When the shit first hit last year, who was the only motherfucker that was immune? The children. Why was the children immune? The children was immune because of their microbiome. Their microbiome protect the ACE2 protein. Why do children have such a strong microbiome? Because they play fucking dirt all day. They just touch shit and put it in their mouth and all kind of shit. They're nasty little creatures. They just adorable, nasty niggas. You know, that's just the blend with children. You know what I'm saying? Children nasty and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like your child, your daughter just like shit on themselves and they parent. You be like, oh my God, it's amazing. Look, they doodle. You be looking at the doodle and shit. Like, so, you know, we're not understanding this shit though. That's the power of children. You know what I'm saying? The most powerful poop is their first poop. That shit, that first few poops, your child poop out, them shits be like black. If it's not real dark, something wrong with your baby. So just know that. If them first 2 or 3 poops is not black, like this sweater, something wrong with your baby. And the reason is because it's super rich, like soil with not only minerals and nutrients, but microbiome. Now, let me show you niggas how far behind, and I used this example earlier. I want to keep using this shit so niggas can understand this shit. This is why when niggas ask me how I be figuring all this shit out, I tell them because I studied the Bible and I studied the pyramids. Those are my two primary sources of information. Everything else is second fucking dairy. Everything else. And I can validate all my shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm waiting to go into the Freemasonry shit. That's going to be such a beautiful conversation. I can't wait to totally embarrass anybody. So, we still focus on this shit, though. 3,000 years ago, they wrote the papyri in Kemet, and they said that 95%, 90% of your body's immune system is in your digestive system. Right? Have you ever heard that?
Yeah.
Okay. I had a class that I ran for 3 years, college level class called Living Biochemistry. It was a 3-year class. In the class, I gave everybody all of the medical and mathematical papyri. So, you know, people got it. I know it's floating around out there. Some of that shit's on the internet. You can Google some of the stuff. Now, it took 3,000 fucking years from the time that was written for Western science to just figure out that the microbiome is an actual real thing, because they just discovered microorganisms 100 years ago, maybe 200 years ago. But they just discovered microbiome this 3 decades. Like, this is not old shit. The understanding that we have a whole microorganism universe that lives on our body and inside our body is brand new understanding to Western science. However, it's in the papyri 3,000 years ago that over 90% of your immune system is in your digestive system. It's no way for them to know that unless they knew about the microorganism. And there's a lot of mnemonic device that I could open up to demonstrate how they knew what they knew, etc. And this is the reason why the Rothschilds put hundreds of millions of dollars into figuring out. And in fact, most of what we know about biochemistry now comes from those studies.
And just to be clear for the layman, what we're saying is your medicine is in your food, what you take in, and your environment is providing all of your medicine, all of your answers to whatever ailment. Talk to me, clarify that point.
I'm not saying nothing about medicine. What I'm saying is there are healing properties in your food, in your environment. So just delete that shit with medicine, add in healing properties, we good.
Cool. Is that part of that horizontal gene transfer?
No, horizontal gene transfer. No.
Do we get anything? No, because again, this is something I've heard people try to throw into these arguments with you, where they take these terms they used before and they get confused. So clarify that.
Okay. So the problem is, and Unc said it on the show the other night. He was like, "Yo, Enqi do this shit all the time." He think if you bring up a term and then if you don't know the term, that means he all of a sudden won the argument. He's right. That doesn't mean that. Just because you don't know a term doesn't mean you lose a whole argument. However, there are key terms. If you don't know, you lose a whole fucking argument. Yes, there are. So the whole entire world watched me do this to Unc over and over again. See, it wouldn't be that funny that he's illiterate if he didn't continue to slip on the banana peel the same way with me over and over and over again. So if we go back, right? I say horizontal gene transfer. What does Unc say? That's pseudo. Enqi made that up. That's not a real thing. Now, horizontal gene transfer is how viruses and viral information is shared throughout an environment. So now, how can you tell niggas anything about evolution, anything about vaccines, anything about viruses if you don't know horizontal gene transfer? That's how those things move around from animal to animal species. Like literally, that's the basis of all of those sciences start with horizontal gene transfer.
Right.
So when I say that and you go, what's that? I know that you have never, ever read any serious textbooks on any of those subjects. because
Right.
they all start with horizontal gene transfer.
Mm.
You can't even wiki none of those fucking subjects without reading horizontal gene transfer. So that's why I say illiterate, because I know one of two things is happening. Either you just out and out lying and you don't never fucking study the shit you say you're studying, or you're buying books that you don't know what the fuck they say because you just can't read.
Comprehension.
And he's doing videos in front of lots of books, which is the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen. It is like a nigga that's lactose intolerant doing videos in a milk factory. This shit is just the most craziest fucking thing I've ever seen. Next to piles of books. Like, this shit is just fucking nuts. Every time I see him in front of piles of books, this shit fucks me up. I just be on the floor, and then he try to read it. He'd be like, the other night he tried to read a fucking article and couldn't. I said, man, listen, gotta become fucking Hebrew Israelite. That's what the fuck need to do. See, if switched and became Hebrew Israelite, that's the only way he could be a credible scholar. I know what y'all niggas saying. They're like, wait a minute, what the fuck ain't you talking about? If was a Hebrew Israelite, guess what Uncle be able to do? He wouldn't have to put himself in those sticky situations. Uncle be able to go, read! And then another nigga pop up out of nowhere with the book ready for Unc.
Hey, Enqi, listen, this is another thing we need to clean up. Inoculation. Because I hear this is another conversation. Inoculation started in Africa. We knew about it. But again, inoculation.
I got you. Stop right there. Just stop right there. I got you. That's a whole load of bullshit. So what happens is a presto changeo with words. Have the conversation with those niggas. Watch. There's a point in the conversation where they're going to go, yeah, inoculation started in Africa. Inoculation, vaccine. And you're going to go, wait a minute. What the fuck just happened right there? Wait, hold on, right? Wait, rewind this shit. Go back, hold on. What you just said? Because we were talking about inoculation and then you just switched to vaccine. My nigga, what just happened right there? See, that's where the trick is. They try to make it seem like inoculation and vaccine is the same thing. So you get caught up in the wrong fucking question. So now you asking yourself, did inoculation start in Africa or not? See, you got to be smarter than these niggas.
Right.
They play mind games to get you to ask the wrong question, so you're caught up in the wrong paradigm. It doesn't fucking matter if inoculation started in Africa or not. That has nothing the fuck to do with vaccines.
Right.
So that's the answer to these niggas. See, that's why they get frustrated with me. I don't allow them to make me say the things that they want to say to work with whatever the fuck they got program they got going on. I'm going to slap that shit the fuck out of here. Don't ask me about the inoculation started in Africa. Nigga, of course it did. But inoculation has nothing to do with vaccines. Inoculation is a natural exposure to a pathogen. Natural exposure to a pathogen. So let me explain this to you. So this is the way this process works, right? And I just did a video earlier on herd immunity. So if y'all want more info, you can go to my channel and check this shit out on herd immunity. But anyway, so your body has a series of systems that a pathogen has to go through before it gets to the quote unquote inner sanctum, right? At each one of these checkpoints, there's a series of exchanges of information that happens. That information is extrapolated, routed through the nervous system, the brain, to the bone marrow to produce the right immunoglobulins, antibodies, etc. But it's based on these skirmishes, meaning before a pathogen can get deep down into your lungs or whatever, it has to get in your body, right? So this is where zinc comes in, right? And of course you can get zinc at drenqi.com, but this is where the zinc comes in. Zinc mobilizes all of the enzymes that protect your outer mucous membrane, your outer skin. So all of the enzymes that load up and keep you protected in that space, zinc dependent, or mostly zinc dependent. So that's where zinc comes in. But if a virus is coming in, it's a little, whatever, and you might take an L right there. Bang, the virus done got through. Now he done infiltrated. that information from that little fight is routed so the body knows how to modify the response. As your body constantly fights the replication process, the traveling of this virus throughout your body, and then eventually trying to replicate, your body's learning about the virus. Hopefully, your body's learning about the virus to solve the virus before the virus figures out your body and solves you. If it solves you first, you're dead. If your system is able to solve it first, then you could produce the right antibodies, immunoglobulins, etc. You know, given that you have all the nutrients required to produce those things, and you be good. So when you go back to ancient Africa and inoculation, they was doing shit like sharing spit and, you know, taking an infected person and bringing them in contact with people directly, and, you know, like, oh, totally different shit. Inoculation would be more like people moving fucking freely, getting exposure to the virus in the wild, so to speak. Like you getting exposed to the virus at the supermarket, as opposed to, because you get exposed to the supermarket, it's going to go on your hand, then, you know, over face, you're going to touch yourself, then you might touch your mouth. At each one of these points where the virus comes in contact with your body, a fight breaks out. That information is routed. You understand what I'm saying? Those little informations create the immune response that eventually, but it's a slower pace because the virus is not able to just invade and attack. Like, so it's a slow process. It's like, okay, boom, they out at the fort. We fighting at the fort. Then they got to the castle. You know what I'm saying? They had the castle wall. Oh shit, we at the castle wall. Then they got over the castle wall. You know what I'm saying? We figured this shit out. So by the last minute, they got a dragon or some shit. No, whatever. They got a fire thing over there. So now we figured out, oh shit, we put that out, we can stop them. So we put out their little fire, and then now we could just wrap up the little few invaders and patch up our castle wall, and we'd be Gucci. If we never figure out their secret weapon against us, the invaders invade. Eventually, they get to the heart, lungs, or, you know, some vital organ, and you know, it's over. Or they replicate too much, and, you know, maybe we get sepsis, or, you know, what something, and we succumb. You know what I'm saying? But it's a matter of information transfer, which is why your pigment/energy system becomes so important in the midst of that paradigm. But vaccine is different because you're taking the virus and injecting it directly into the vein. So all of the natural interaction that a person or animal would experience in the wild coming in contact is gone. You're just shooting this shit directly in a vein. Like, that is absolutely unnatural. Your body doesn't have a system for injection of a fucking needle of a virus into your vein. Your body doesn't have a natural system, which is why they're telling everybody to expect 48 hours of random pain throughout your body, fevers, chills, and vomiting. I said, hold the fuck up. So you telling me, even if I'm cool, I need to go in there and get 48? I said, man, y'all niggas is insane.
No,
but hey, look, hold on. Let me show you this. Same thing like Unc not knowing horizontal gene transfer 10 years ago. Fast forward the other night. He's vaccinated up. Oh, the vaccines is safe. They safe. He campaigning for vaccines. Hey, anybody know about EUA versus BLA? You guys know what that is? What's that? Never heard of that. It's some pseudo shit. You made it up. Wait, what? Why are we talking with these niggas again? The EUA and the BLA is the process of which vaccines are approved. So if you niggas don't know how vaccines are approved to be released for people, what the fuck will we be doing talking to you niggas about vaccines? And why would I entertain niggas saying, yo, you should debate these niggas? Like, what? Why should I do that? This nigga can't even read. He doesn't even know what the fuck he's talking about. No way. I'm not sharing a platform with you to debate. He only got that little bit of conversation because he was on Solar Bond shit. You know what I'm saying? I thought that shit was funny. I was just going to antagonize those niggas the whole night. Had no intention of sharing the information until Marv got on there. Then, you know, I had to pull a little something out. I said, all right, then let me stop this shit now. Now it's time to stop joking. Let me show everybody these niggas don't even know what the fuck they talking about. This nigga selling fucking masks and shit. What kind of nigga guy? How the fuck you get all the masks to sell, nigga? Get the fuck out of here. Come on now. What you doing with all the masks, nigga? The fucking population don't even have enough masks. What the fuck you doing with boxes and truckloads of masks? Who the fuck is you? Who you work for, nigga? Where the fuck you get access to all these goddamn masks?
Listen, said already. From you don't understand how vaccines get approved. How can we have a sensible conversation about whether or not it's even safe, let alone the science behind it? Because this was one of the key elements, you know, based on what the government themselves are saying. Yeah, forget the conspiracy. Let's just deal with the guidelines that have been laid out.
Hold on, and let me make this. This is the shit that people don't get. Everything is on fucking line now. I don't understand this shit. It's to the point where I be broadcasting some of these meetings on my YouTube page. When the vaccines first came out and they had the congressional meeting, I put that shit on my YouTube page. Like I'm like, yo, niggas, I don't know why these niggas are. I'm watching this shit. So when these niggas have these conversations, I done already looked at the official shit 100 times. So now when these niggas jump off the top rope, oh yeah, the vaccine, they put the mask on. You know what the EUA is? You made it up. I'm cool. Smart niggas.
They said masks don't work. Yeah, that's it.
Just like when I asked Sanchez, did you read the Upanishads? You didn't read the Upanishads? Okay, smart niggas left the building. It's impossible for you to win a chakra debate now. You never read the fucking book. You obviously don't know what a chakra is, my nigga. We done. You don't know what an EUA is. You can't have a vaccine conversation, my nigga. We done. And we're not done until you study EUA, because that's what they do. They quick to Google some shit real quick and think now they qualified that they know the definition. No, nigga. Because not only did I prove that you didn't know the fucking basis of what you was talking about, but I proved that you're a fucking fraud. Because you should never, ever come before the people and prop yourself up as if you know something, but you don't even know the basics of what the fuck you're talking about. How the fuck are you telling people anything about vaccines and you don't know how they approved or not? You don't know none of the safety procedures. So that means that you either got some shit, some fucking ulterior motive, or you don't give a fuck about people. Either way, I'm cool. I'm not tuning the fuck into what you're talking about. Done. And I'm not going back and forth with you. I'm not doing none of that shit. I've just decided you don't have enough information for me to take anything from what you're saying and apply that to my life or my children. Because I see you dangerous. You're a dangerous dumb nigga. You out here talking about evolution and viruses, and you never heard of horizontal gene transfer. You out here talking about vaccines, and you don't know what the fuck an EUA is. You don't know what a BLA is. You don't know what the fuck the process is, the vaccines to be safe for niggas.
Right.
That's insane. And the list goes fucking on. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what the fuck are we doing listening to these niggas? Their mics need to be permanently fucking muted. I mean, when I caught Unc telling motherfuckers that he don't do nothing that have nothing to do with Kemen, I thought it should have been over there. Fuck your name is how your name is Unc. Like your name is Unc. You said you out. All right.
Squad.
Come on, man. What like you fake. You came out fake. Your whole program been fake from the gate. You named yourself some shit you don't believe in. So why? So your whole shit is fake. Which brings me around to your military shit. What the fuck are you hiding, nigga? You was in the military.
You see what, bro? To be fair, I think over the last year, I've seen a good handful of guys with Kemetic names and coming from that corner back in the day, and now suddenly it's none of it's practical, none of it's real no more. None of it's real to them.
No. That's where you're wrong. See, it never was real to them. But they making enough money off of people's ignorance now to get comfortable enough to let the fucking curtain back where now you can see that these niggas actually don't believe in the shit that they fucking saying. See? You can start right the fuck there. Start with their fucking ID. Basics. How many of you niggas, your YouTube name is the same on your fucking ID? Let's just start right the fuck there. If you niggas is El Bay, Allahu Akbar, all that shit on YouTube, and your fucking ID says Lamont Jones, that's a red flag for me.
It's already a wrap.
Because how serious are you with whatever you saying? How serious are you with that shit? You didn't take no steps yourself to realize your dreams, your actuality, your nationality, whatever the fuck it is you profess. Come on now.
So part it all goes back to code, ethics.
Right, but see,
Why we're not building.
hold on, but here's the thing. I saw that there was a network. That's the only reason why I started making the issue. Otherwise, like I said, I don't have no problem with military. It's just once I seen Unc was hiding, he was military. And then I seen he was getting with Chief X. Now, Unc from the Marines, Chief X from the Navy. So now I'm scratching my head. I'm like, wait a minute. How is it that all these military niggas coming with this disinformation shit? Then brother Sanchez come in and he with the Air Force. I'm like, oh, the fuck up now.
You got the whole core.
I said, man, shit, man, these niggas been put the trifecta together, didn't they?
He was already dealing with Garfield. We know that's the beast.
Dumb motherfucker Chief X. Look, this dumb motherfucker Chief X smoking a Newport. Talk about if I ain't drink, you know, his voice, he sound like a fucking like what the fuck? What the fuck? It sound like they got crushed glasses, his neck or some shit. When I ain't drink 2 liter of Pepsi, my blood pH will stand. Yo, the nigga got the Newport with the 2. If I drink a 2 liter of Pepsi right now, my blood pH will be at 7.365. I said, bro, I can't with you niggas, man. This shit is insane.
Hold up, but he sells herbs. But hold up, he sells herbs. Remember, he's a herbs.
Yeah. I'm not a herbalist or none of that. I just sell moringa. And see, look, I'm like, yo, the only solution is you must be illiterate because you would know the definition of fucking herbalist is someone who sells fucking herbs. So when a nigga says, I'm not a herbalist or none of that, I just sell moringa. I'm like,
ding, 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 ding.
And then, wait, niggas follow this up. Wait a minute. Hold on. The next line is, yo, Enqi, why you don't debate Chief X? I'm like, bro, how are you niggas disrespecting and violating me in my studies and what I invest in my, like, nigga, I have a serious library in my house, and I take pride in the fact that I've read almost every fucking book in my house.
No, but you see this, let me say this. I got to say this to you, yeah, brother. And this is the thing. And they will say the same about you and or whoever can say the same about whoever on opposing sides. But this is the thing. Certain times, and I have to stick to this. And I know you who have studied to get to where you are, yeah, understand structure. And sometimes the only way you can truly dispel some of these myths is to have these people in a confined, tight, controlled, regulated space where they say certain things. No. Hear me out.
I disagree.
Where certain times, if the person who's debating them is clever enough to not fall for certain silliness and respond directly to the subjects, yeah, that are being discussed, it's easy to uncover most of these things. I find, because half of the time in these one-on-one, anyone can freestyle, anyone can say whatever and do their thing.
No, sir. Let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
I learned from being a part of this community from its inception.
Go on.
That nobody ever learns at the debate. Ever. People only come to the debate to cheer for the person that they already like. It's just like sports. When I watch a basketball game, I don't give a fuck who's on the other team. In my house, it's pro LeBron. If LeBron's team wins, it was a great fucking game. I don't give a fuck what happened during the game. If LeBron's team does not win, that was some bullshit. And we need to do that shit over. And it was disgusting and every fucking thing. And that's how people come to debate, bro. Or you got to read the comments. Listen, when you read the comments, there's niggas that watch the Sanchez debate and they like, yo, Enqi, Sanchez got you, man. The aura's real. I'm like, we wasn't even fucking debating the aura. What the fuck is wrong with you niggas? And auras have nothing to do with chakras. I said, that is another fucking trick. It's niggas in the comment section, yo, bro, how you post this, man? Got you.
bro.
Yo, look. Niggas posting in the comments, yo, Unc got you. They showed that they tested it on animals. I said, yo, these niggas dumb. Animal test doesn't approve vaccines, you stupid motherfuckers. That's why they got EUAs.
Right.
But
Right.
in a debate, see, niggas only come to cheer for the guys they like.
No. Listen. I can't stop you on that one.
No. Look what you do.
Sometimes it's about regulating.
No. You are cracking.
You come from that Sarnetta age where you had guys that ain't listening to the debate. Like niggas, you're going back and forth with a man, and when you're looking for a man to stop it and kind of say, no, let's regulate, he ain't even been listening to you for the last 2 minutes. You can't do a debate under those guys. You need real regulators, so again, the information can filter properly. You know, that's what I'm saying. I think you're a bit battle scarred from the Sarnetta days because it was more of that battle arena rap type situation. But
what?
You know,
Whoa! Wait a minute. It's impossible to be battle scarred if I'm Floyd Mayweather in this shit, nigga. There's no video footage of me ever losing a motherfucking debate.
Well, hold up. With that segues neatly into the last thing I want to talk about before I let you go, yeah, because we've been doing 2 hours. Big up to everyone who's in here. If you haven't hit the like, hit the like. I've been enjoying talking to my guy. One of my favorite debates that I've seen you in is the Tahuti.
Yo, I knew you was going to say
Go.
that's my favorite.
That's it.
My favorite too.
Natural Tahuti is the one I like.
There's like 2 or 3 of those floating around, even though the famous one is the one in the van.
Yeah, that's right. In the car, where you just break it down, and you start off at first outside with Brother Larry and Sutek. You understand?
Look where we at. It's 2021, and here I go dealing with Professor Larry's nephew. You see what I'm saying with this shit? This shit don't fucking stop.
Bro, that's cycles of time. That's your ancestors told you about cycles.
Professor fucking Larry's nephew done paid off Lord Jamar to hunt down innocent anuses in our fucking community. Lord Jamar is like fucking Lord Jamar is like fucking, what's Epstein bitch name? What's Epstein? The bitch Gracie? That's fucking Lord Jamar. He's fucking bringing niggas in. Hey, come on over here. Let me get your consciousness up. Hey, let me introduce you to my man over here, Professor Larry nephew. He's
networking.
Networking my ass. Networking my ass. He pulling motherfuckers in so this nigga could fresh out of prison. Let me show you what we learned in jail. Let me show you. Bend over now. We just did jail yoga. Let me put
well, listen, watch this now. Everybody keeps always, whenever I see people and they talk about this evolution thing, I love to show them that debate. I love to show them that for the out of Africa. I like to show them that for the white man conversation.
Let me tell you something about the out of Africa shit. Because this is what fucks these people up.
Go ahead.
They so confused and full of contradictory shit, they don't know when they're saying things that's opposite. For instance, if you talk to chakra niggas will be like, oh yeah, chakras are nadis. Nadis are chakras. No. There are 2 different health systems that comes out of India. Nadis are about like a rough version of the nervous system. That's how they deal with the nerves and the neurons. That's nadis. That's not chakras. Chakras is an imaginary mental thing that they made up. That's not a real fucking thing. But you keep mixing them. It's just like dumb niggas have now decided to mix melanin with chakras. And I'm saying to myself, how the fuck do you dumb niggas talk about melanin on one video and chakras on the next? Which fucking unit is absorbing and transferring light in your body? Is it the fucking melanin or the chakras? Because it's not the same. Okay? It's melanin, real world, tested, studied, we see it, we touch it, we know it's here. It's chakras. Imaginary shit. Shit you can only see in your imagination. Okay? Like the fucking big the tooth fairy and all kind of other shit. Now, we got to come together. Come together right now. Tell them we gotta stop this shit. We got to stop this shit, bro. Tell me. That shit, listen. All that shit's misinformation, bro. Designed specifically to lead niggas astray. If you
hold on.
Wait. Let me go back to this. If you find those out of Africa motherfuckers, right?
Right.
9 out of 10 of them will tap out of the out of Africa theory immediately the moment you tell them the whole thing. Because these niggas is in the trick bag with out of Africa. See, that's what I'm saying with the fucking around with facts. The out of Africa story is the story of white supremacy. So if you teach out of Africa, you teach white supremacy. You can't say that you are against the system, you militant, you woke, and all this other shit, and also teach out of Africa theory. You cannot. Out of Africa theory is the theory that the black man, the black woman came first. Well, actually, monkeys came first. Then from the monkeys came the niggas. Now, nature is ever what? Evolving. And as nature is evolving, guess what it's doing? It's perfecting its creations. So what nature does is create better versions of things. And when nature creates a better version, it's the job of the newer version to retire the older version. So you dumb, stupid motherfuckers teaching the out of Africa theory, do know that out of Africa theory that you niggas sample. See, just a sample beginning few sentences is the out of Africa theory. But that's just a few sentences of a fucking whole long story. You niggas need to read that whole story to get the idea. But guess what? Illiterate niggas don't read. Illiterate niggas stopped right at the part where they felt good, which is the first fucking 2 sentences. The black man and woman came first. Niggas stopped right there. Done. They didn't read none of the rest of the whole fucking story. They stopped right there. The part where nature is creating better creatures to get rid of the old creatures, and it's the white man's job, since he's the newest form of human, to get rid of us. And hey, if he uses us to build up his new world while killing us off, it's okay, because that's what nature has designed for us.
Right.
You niggas gotta watch who now you got to ask yourself, who the fuck would teach you that? Who the fuck would teach you that? I don't know no pro-black nigga trying to help me out to teach me that shit. My job is to die like I'm on borrowed time. White folks should have been killed us off a long time ago. Is that what the fuck we saying? Is that what we teaching our babies? Get the fuck out of here. Niggas better wake up and find out who these niggas are and what the fuck they teaching.
Is there any information that you gave throughout that debate, that classic debate, where you're on the street and then you're in the car, that you have come to either not adhere to or maybe have gone on to something else? So that's the rhesus monkey part when it comes to the species on the planet. You know, have you changed your position on that?
I mean, I would have to watch the video again. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but not much. I mean, I'm sure my opinion has changed. Maybe it's evolved on some of the nuances.
Right.
But I'm not out of Africa theory. I'm anti out of Africa theory. If that's what you're asking, I'm anti out of Africa theory.
And lastly, again, because this comes up a lot, especially from the Enqi camp, evolution and Kemet. The Armand Ra squad.
Hold on. There's no such thing as a Armand Ra squad. That was fake from the gate. Listen, how can you have a fucking research group if you cannot fucking read books? This is the same as fucking chakras. It's like nigga asking me to describe chakras. They like, yo, Enqi, so tell me what the chakras really are. I'm like, bro, this is chakras, my nigga. So when you say there's an research group, I'm like, how, my nigga? He can't read books. How the fuck if you can't read and you got a research group? What the fuck are you researching? Feelings, nigga? Clearly, he's emotional.
Kemet and evolution. Is there any connection? Have you seen anything to connect those theories, those places, Kemet and the theory of evolution? Speak to us.
Kemet teaches that people came from plasma. Kemet is very scientifically in tune. That bullshit there, that out of Africa shit, that's not real shit. That out of Africa shit get blown away by that chemist shit, period, in the fucking heartbeat. Your body is made out of plasma. The motherfucking sun is made out of plasma, grand opening, grand closing. They gave us a pneumonic device. The tears of Ray turned into all of the different walks of life. That was great because the tears of Ray, the sun, hydrogen, that's what we made out of. And we have to consume stellar material every day to stay alive. So they was on a much more advanced level of understanding than what we got with these niggas. This bullshit that them coming with from the Hitler program. That's what the fuck Enqi studying. Enqi introducing white supremacy to the community. Everything he promote white supremacy. So that's where, like I said from the beginning, that's where your military background come into play. You come in with all this white supremacy shit. I gotta know who the fuck you work for, niggas. What the fuck are you talking about? This ain't no black. Who the fuck raised you niggas? Like, where did Enqi's program come from? Can we attribute that shit to somewhere? Enqi program did not come from no fucking Dr. Ben, Dr. York, Father Allah. Like, what the fuck? Where the fuck did Enqi program come from? See? We start asking those questions, niggas like, damn, man. Shit, that's a good question. Who the fuck did you work for, my nigga? Because clearly you didn't come from none of the schools we thought we came from. That shit ain't Nuwapian, nigga. That shit ain't right now. It's not Nuwapian. It's not Nation of Islam. You can't track none of the bullshit teaching to none of these organizations.
Well, you see,
remember
this, Enqi.
Not even out of
all of this started from the conference. Remember the science conference. That's where publicly we all started to see this difference between what people were saying on the Africa level and culturally what they were adhering to, and then this scientific theory suddenly changed. That's where we watched those conversations with you, Reggie.
Okay, well, see, look, that's where it left maybe New York and went around the world. But we had already been having those conversations for 5 years, maybe 10 years, maybe arguing amongst each other, which is the reason why the conference was created in the first place. The arguments existed first. The people wanted to see those arguments come to life on a large stage. If you remember, you go back to the conference, that's when Muhammad showed that he couldn't fuck with me, right? You forgot. On stage live, it was me and Ali Muhammad on stage. I said, yo, tell motherfuckers melanin is the fungus right now. Prove it. I still got his paper where he wrote a paper, scientific paper, where he said he was proving melanin is fungus. And we supposed to debate it. Yeah. He said he was going to debate, but what happened after that? Quiet. Because we know, bro, you can't prove melanin is a fungus. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure he moved off that shit by now. You know what I'm saying? Because he was doing some shit the other day on his page. Shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? And I went in his chat and I was like, you know what? Fuck that. I second this motion. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to beef with motherfuckers forever. You know what I'm saying? I can. If I voice my disapproval, I should be able to voice my approval and tell niggas, hey, you know what? Shit he doing right now, I like. Same thing with Pharaoh. I like the shit that he was doing all summer. With the you talking about the children and all that shit. I thought that was really good shit. And then I started looking, and then I found out he was a chakra nigga. I said, damn, Pharaoh, just when I started to like your page and shit, I found out you was a fucking chakra nigga, man. Because I stayed into me. I got so busy with the children and the shit I do, I don't know what everybody else doing. So until this shit unraveled with Rich and Panic, I didn't know that everybody was selling chakras. I couldn't even believe when I looked at Brother Polite shit backwards. He was selling so much fucking chakra shit. Because in my mind, I didn't remember all that chakra shit. I said, wait a minute. What the fuck? This shit was like a Mandela effect. Because in my mind, I just went.
But
I said,
it must be. Because that shit's been running for a second, and niggas have been connecting it directly to Kemet.
Listen, it's a hustle. Listen, no, it's a hustle. Everybody, all these. My chakra is not activated. I didn't know I wasn't in. Everybody's selling chakras. All these niggas with crystals are selling chakras. I didn't know that when I look back at Polite book, the chemistry book and all that, all his shit chakras. The 2012 book, he got chakra DNA activate. All his shit chakra shit. Every book. It's not like you had a few books and then you grew in your understanding and you moved on or whatever. No, all your book chakra shit. Barrow, Sanchez, all these niggas. The fucking the universe is flat, and somehow the root chakra is a part of the earth being flat. I could not even fucking breathe. When I tell you I was laughing so hard, when Sanchez told me that the root chakra somehow from the first man slammed into the pavement and flattened the earth, bro, I could not fucking breathe. I was almost fucking dead listening to this nigga explain to me that the root chakra flat the earth. It's a flat earth because of the chakra shit. Like, yo, these niggas, it's like wherever logic runs out, chakras begin. You know what I'm saying? So chakras gonna start right there at the point where nigga science runs out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm cool. I just rather get more fucking books and just add on more facts when my facts run out. Just fuck that chakra shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, we good on that. We needed that at some point. And I would even say on a micro level, individually, some of us need this stimulation. It helped me greatly studying up under some of these guys, getting into some of the more weird metaphysical shit, trying to find my way around. But I had a great compass. So that helped me to steer away from certain things that might have been weird. You know what I'm saying? Where niggas is like, yo, we getting ready to have a breakout lecture at the hotel after this for $150. You know, we doing full chakra activation shit. I ain't never went to none of those. I got babies. I got to go home, put my babies to bed. I can't, you know, tell me about that shit tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully that shit was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm protected, you know, just my basic routine. Now, years later, I look back, I'm like, damn, these niggas really was setting niggas up. You know, toxic masculinity. See, they start with the ideas. You know, masculinity is toxic. You know, you got to stop all this masculine energy, patriarchy. You know, it's the age of the woman. Black woman is God. The new age of the feminine divinity coming in. And all this other fucking pseudo faggotry shit that these niggas got. All this other just fake beta male, gay, beta, bias, all this other bullshit. You got to ask yourself, think about this shit. If you take a scoop of niggas from any community, don't you have all types of people there? Like if I just take a random scoop of niggas from any city, inside that group, don't I have black, white, Spanish, gay, straight, drug users, sober people? You know, like everybody, rapists, good folks, after school teacher, like all kinds of shit, right?
Right.
Where in the conscious community are the gay community? Where's the gay conscious community at? Conscious community is spread around the fucking world. You telling me it's no gay people in the conscious community? Come on now.
Bro, well, that's the point. They're all over.
Come on now. Where is the gay people? Where is the gay presence in the conscious community?
But what's your point? Is there supposed to be one? What are we saying?
The fucking chakra system is the cover-up.
The activation in the butt, yeah.
Listen, there's an anal cult in the conscious community, and they're getting high on LSD and banging each other in the back.
They're going back to old school classics. Right. They're getting ritualistic up in there, yeah? Is that what you're telling me?
Listen.
Listen, we're not closing out on this one. We gotta uplift this.
Yo, what else the fuck is going on if you got a grown fucking man tell you the heaven is inside your anus? Nigga, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm from a place where a nigga could get fucked up just by telling another man that shit directly. You don't even tell a nigga that directly. You don't even directly communicate with a man and say, heaven is inside your anus. Nigga, I might choke you until I come back to reality. I might just snap out and just flip out on your ass and start choking you to death. What? Heaven is inside my anus? Nigga, are you insane? That is crazy.
I feel you on that one. Listen, let's end there on a high note. Yeah. Give us something
Hold on.
positive.
Don't tell me
Hold on.
LSD shit too now. What the fuck is going on? You with the LSD?
Listen, we gotta move away from that shit, yeah. We gotta bring it back to the realness, yeah, of what our people should be on. We gotta go right back to the code, yeah. So again, I need you to tell the
Yo, it's too late to pull it back, nigga. We can't go this deep into the fuckery and then you try to get nutritious, motherfucker. We done with nutrition. It's over now. Good night,
we in the
people.
swamp.
Good night, people. Keep your fucking butt cheeks tight when you at these fucking lectures with these niggas. Don't fucking donate to this fucking anal grabbing maniac motherfuckers. They're on your ass. You better watch it.
Those oh. Listen, people, it's been an interesting discussion. Yeah, we're gonna have Enqi back again. Yeah, I have enjoyed the conversation. We're going to be bringing some more shows. There's a show coming up this week with Mr. Riggs, Meet the Creatives. That's coming up shortly. So look out for the flyers. We're going to be reposting the times and everything for that. So look out for that. Riggsy, you still there, bruv? You got anything to say to the people before we leave and exit this thing? Talk to the people if you're still there. If not, everyone who's come in, hit the like button if you haven't done so already. We'll be bringing back True Talk, where we'll be having an open panel discussion about certain subjects. We'll be bringing certain elders on as well in the coming weeks, and we'll still be putting up programming on BLACKICETV7 X2. Peace and love to the people from me, yeah. I'm out. Riggsy, end the thing, yeah. From everybody, you'll see us soon again. Black Eyes TV. Peace.
Yo, you need me back? You need me back? If you need me back, you know what I mean? Can't leave rap alone. The game need me. I can handle this. What you need?
Can you hear me?
Huh? Yeah.
We're still live. There's something wrong. My computer froze.
All right. So, all right. So, can I share my screen?
Yeah.
Bet. Let me share my screen. Can you hit that while we live? I could just, because the people still with us. We want to make sure that people get some entertainment while they're here. Maybe we should let them tap into a few things. Maybe. Show something nice. Let's see something nice. How about this? This was a snack time video.
Faith and love, and faith, believe, faith and always complain about money and time, but that don't matter if I can't raise my babies with this paradigm shift. You remember the blocks I bled on, hand-to-hand grind. I want my savior. You still need it all time. I'm still cool with Luke and Gucci. I know what to do to spoil you. You glamorize my home, wrapped in aluminum foil, but loyal is a must. All we got is trust. Conscious really be you aware. All we got is us. Reflection. All I'm asking you to do is listen. Protection. Except with me and you creating friction. You throwing everything back in my face that I spoke with you. Instead of recognizing that's how a king sharing soul with you. All that. That's how that's going. That's how that's going down. Paradigm is full-time fathers and drop squad kitchens. We don't sell drugs, we export physics, meaning we pimp our genetics, but now with calisthenics. We own our image and likeness, we selling our presence. Now is a gift that we spend in shopping, bending optics, monetizing trending topics. The tag is vital, Beyonce half the title. Math is vital, your past is idle, the bag is vital, the swag is vital. Contagious is an understatement. Your favorite half a nigga bigger than entertainment. I just want to tuck you away so you don't have to grind no more. With the mind of a genius and a dick like a dinosaur. What's faith without love? Love without faith. What's faith without love? Love without faith. Love without love. Love without.
Oh, y'all got to check my man out. Y'all all need to get with my man at Art Mogul. My man is a genius. He painted this painting right here that you see for me. He painted a few portraits for me. You got to check my man out.
You did that picture that you were rapping in the video.
Huh?
That camera steady, sir.
Oh, this is it. This is it.
Don't move that camera around. This is an exclusive. And I need you guys to see this, how this works. This is exclusive. Where is exclusive? Where is exclusive? Woo! Oh my goodness. Oh man. Woo! I don't even know what this is. Stay steady. Forward. Can you see me?
Mm-hmm.
All right. That was a daddy moment. You know, that I had though from time to time because the house full unruly. I'll put it together this part. Anyway. You know, we're not delicate with the packaging. We're just making sure nothing damages. Photo.
I want to see.
I mean, my painting, my portrait, excuse me. Woo! Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Yo, that's sick, right?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Look at this. Look at the gold teeth. The B. And I like the way he made it original, but it's still what it is.
Wow.
You know what I mean? He ain't put nobody's logo in there, nothing like that to mess with the vibe. Like, this is insane right here. This might be better than the first one. The first one done turned into my logos and everything, though. I don't know if you can beat that first one. Man, this is fire. Oh, my God. That's crazy. So, at this point, the negotiation is over. Art. I'm going to send you everything that you asked for and some extra shit. We're done. Period. Right, yeah. Definitely sending you everything. Okay. Genital part?
Which one do you think that is?
I don't know what these are. He didn't tell me what these were. I only got this from him. I know what this is. This is me with the PRX. Right. These two he sent me just on GP, and I don't even know what they are. If this is anything close to that one, yo, this is insane. If that last one was, I don't even know how to put that in the word. But art is insane. That's all I can say. Art Mobile is truly Art Mobile. And if you guys, man, at home, you guys gotta get you some painting from this guy. I'm telling you, before he figures out his true value and starts charging everybody the right price. I'm telling you. Don't let them millionaires and billionaires get their hands on it before you get some pictures out of them. I'm telling you. And if the millionaires and billionaires get their hands on art, his shit gonna go through the roof. You know that these types of paintings are like that. From famous established artists will go anywhere. 10,000, 100,000, like. I'm telling you, this guy is bad. You want to get with this guy in advance.
Yeah, you look like a zombie.
Oh, yo, this is insane. Wow. Like, these are like mid-lecture. Like, this is like he's catching me in action, bro. You said I look like a zombie? This is Zombie Dad. Oh, no, this is not Zombie Dad. You're bugging. Immediately. You don't see what this is?
No.
If this was anybody else, I would not make this assumption. But me teaching what I teach and him being such an avid watcher, why would he make my skin green? Osiris.
Oh.
Perfect black.
That's dope.
Perfect black. Right?
Yeah, that's insane.
And he got my grades in there. You know what I'm saying? Got my grades in there. So this is not the 43-year-old.
Did you get it all?
39, 38.
Huh?
I said, did you get the artwork signed?
Did I get it signed?
Yeah, on the front.
Definitely got it signed on the front. Yeah. Definitely got it signed on the front. Even though I told him I want him to use a Sharpie next time. He used the pen.
Always complain about money and time, but that don't matter if I can't raise my babies within this paradigm shift. You remember the blocks I bled on, the hand-to-hand grind. I'm on my saving. You still on the end of the time. I'm still cool with Louis and Gucci. I know what to do to spoil you and glamorize my home wrapped in aluminum foil. But loyal is a must. All we got is trust. Conscious really being you aware. All we got is us. Reflection. All I'm asking you to do is listen. Protection. Except when me and you creating friction. You throwing everything back in my face that I spoke with you. Instead of recognizing that's how a king share his soul with you. Ain't what's faith without love? Love without love. What's faith without love? You gon' go through that. That's how that was.
How your computer going?
Yeah, it's back to normal now. I can get out.
Oh, you sure? Hold on. I think your fans wanted to see one last clip.
All right.
And this deals with even with homosexuality. Because plug it in. And plug in was a light one. Plug it in, plug it in. If you want power in the streets, don't you got to be plugged in? And this deals with even with homosexuality. Because as a black person, your chakras is naturally pulsating. What I speak about is what don't nobody want to speak about. Each chakra is a portal. It's a circle vortex. The chakras that come out of the front of you from your chest out spin clockwise. The chakras that go out of your spine spin counterclockwise. So these are actually like metaphysical rainbow tornadoes coming out of your chest, out of each 7 centers of the body. So now this is why you can put your hand in front of your face and close your eyes and you feel that energy. Now with that being said, you want to learn how to maintain them, and depending upon what size your chakras are, will let you know if it's too open or too closed. Now let's make up a scenario. Let's say the average chakra size is a CD, but when it's too open, it's big as a piece. When it's too small, when it's not open enough or barely closed, it's either closed all the way, or it's like, let's say small as like a peppermint. Negro box make slick ass comments out their mouth like, yo, you acting like a female, or you want some gay shit. No, you're not. You just in tune with your heart chakra, and this female energy, this yang energy is needed to commute into your higher self. This is why the black woman is down, because she's naturally on this frequency. In order to balance the chakras, you have to find the virtue associated with it and act it out. And this deals with even with homosexuality, because the second chakra is rooted in the gender, the opposite sex.
Just saying, just making sure we all heard that clearly. You have to find what's going on with these chakras and act it out, including homosexuality.
Homosexuality, because the second chakra is acted out. You have to find the virtue associated with it and act it out. And this deals with even with homosexuality, because the second chakra is rooted in the gender, the opposite sex. So if you're a man and you like another man, you have a closed second chakra. And this goes according to nature, because in order to open that chakra, you will have to commute with the opposite sex energy. So this proves my point, just like in my video, homosexuality in the chakras, that homosexuality is a spiritual miscommunication of the body with itself. They got to plug into you. In order to balance the chakras, you have to find the virtue associated with it and act it out. And this deals with even with homosexuality. Plug into you. Because the second chakra is rooted in the gender, the opposite sex. So if you're a man and you like another man, you have a closed second chakra. And this goes according to nature, because in order to open that chakra, you will have to commute with the opposite sex energy. So this proves my point, just like in my video, homosexuality in the chakras, that homosexuality is a spiritual miscommunication of the body with itself. Plug into you. Plug it in, plug it in. And plug in was a light one. Plug it in, plug it in. connecting the physical body to the auric body. And plug in was a light one. Plug it in, plug it in. You know, each of these is like I was showing you earlier. It's the receiver for each of these ends. This is the universe, the black box of Saturn. Let's look at it like that, okay? Now, in order for the 7 regions of the light spectrum to power you, they got to plug into you. But if there's no port for them to do that, how are our bodies being powered right now, Enqi?
Dumb nigga thought he was smart.
Plug it in, plug it in. And plug in was a light one. Plug it in, plug it in. You gotta be plugged into the universe. You gotta be plugged. Listen, when you talk about receiving power in any way, when you talk about receiving power in any way, you gotta be plugged in. I like to use this example for street niggas. If you want power in the streets, don't you got to be plugged in?
Also, the kingdom is in the root chakra. It's supposed to rise up. The root chakra is the spiritual kingdom. Okay, it says a curve. In new body, it says a curve. Go down. The advancement of the kundalini when you unlock the system. That's also the kingdom is in the root chakra. It's supposed to rise. The root chakra is a spiritual kingdom, but it is covered over. Okay, it says a curve. In new body, it says a curve. Go down and recover the curve from the rabbit dragon that guards. So you will see stories like Jason and all kinds when they go to cover golden fleece. There's always a dragon, a serpentine type monster that guards the curve. It's down to you. Well, the rabbit dragon that guards the curve. The curve is your soul. Your soul is deep down in your anus. In an alternate dimension.
I did all that female orgasm shit, and believe me, that shit ain't no fucking problem. I had a fucking female orgasm, and it was a fucking bitch. You know what I'm saying? I was in bed, my legs were shaking. No, don't touch me. No, hold me. No, don't touch me. Doing all that bullshit. You can feel the orgasm come from the fucking universe. You can rise your orgasm is centered in the gem. Plug it in, plug it in. And plug in was a light one. Plug it in, plug it in.
Oh boy. Family, you've seen it all from our brother Minister Enqi. He's giving you some great works, and now we have to head out. Before we head out, hope you've enjoyed information. Peace, love, and harmony. Hope you enjoyed what you heard.
and we won't have to cry no more.